Good morning everyone, Tiffany Quinn here, and this is our full body, full range, and half rep clusters workout. Throughout today's routine, I'll be helping you build strength and lean muscle definition throughout your upper and lower body using dumbbell exercises and specified ranges of motion throughout to help you increase the burn and your muscles' time under tension. For equipment today, you'll want to have ready your light to medium weight dumbbells for your upper body, as well as a heavier set for your lower body. And keep in mind, if all you have is one pair of weights to work with, that's absolutely fine. I can promise you're still gonna get that burn. Now smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel for a new workout every week, and remember that your free October fitness guide is in the links below. Within this guide, you'll have 5 workouts a week and a brand new one every Wednesday. And every new upload this month will feature a format much like today's, which I'll be sharing with you shortly. This is day 1, so go ahead and grab that and let's get into it. Welcome back everyone for our full body strength training today. Now I'm about to get you one of the most amazing burns you can get with a set of weights. But before we get into it, I do want to take a moment to explain our format because I'll be including something called cluster sets today. Now our first part of the workout will be a total of 12 supersets. Our timer will be set for 45 seconds work, another 45 seconds work of a completely different exercise, then we get a 30-second rest between. Now I've broken these down into 4 main sections. Each section of 3 supersets will be focused on a particular muscle grouping. Now for example, we'll be starting off with the back and shoulders. So our first and second superset will be full ranges of motion. Our third superset, this is our cluster set. We'll be taking 2 of the exercises we've done from those first 2 sets and performing them with half rep motions. If it doesn't make sense yet, don't stress about it. By the time we get to that third superset, you'll know exactly what's going on. Now to finish up our workout, we've got a quick interval circuit, 6 minutes with a 45-second work period and a 15-second rest. So I will be starting off with my lighter weights. I'd recommend doing the same. And before I start our timer, I'll be showing you our first move. So I'm using my 8s here. Palms come up to the shoulders. Our feet are in line with the hips. It's into an Arnold press and then into a shoulder press. Should be familiar with this one. Going in 3, going in 2, you guys ready? Going in 1, you should be a little bit nervous about today's. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, palms facing the shoulders to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Controlled. Core is tight, slight bend in the knees, facing straight ahead, knowing you're about to get the best burn of your life today. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way up, lower, all the way up to the shoulders. 45 seconds each. We've got 15 seconds left for this one, and then we switch it up. So right now we're actually working into the front shoulder muscle. To follow, we'll be working into the side shoulder muscle, and then into our rear delt. Last one in. Now lower those weights to the sides, out to the side, lower. Hitting that medial deltoid. Palms are down, not allowing the weights to touch your thighs, only coming up to shoulder level. No hunching. Keep the shoulders rolled down. 1, 2. 1, 2. Controlled. 15 seconds. Stay strong. Now there will be points in this workout where you're going to want to just stop. Take a break if you need it, but keep going. 2 more. 1 more. Bring those weights down for me. Roll the shoulders out and take a break from the weights. Now from here, we're gonna bring the hands in, palms are facing, 90-degree bend in the elbows, tucking the elbows tight to the waist to start. It's out to the side, lower. Our second exercise, we're going to hinge forward into our rear delt fly with the palms down as we come up. Going in 10 seconds. It's the cluster set that you should be worried about, but that's where we're gonna get that muscle pump from. Going in 2, going in 1. Palms are in to start, tuck the elbows in tight. Now out to the side, lower. To the side, lower. Trust me, you're gonna be happy I told you to start with those lighter weights. Lift and lower. And we will be alternating, by the way, from the upper body to the lower body. So every 3 supersets, that will switch. To the side and slowly down. 15 seconds. Another 4. Another 3. Oh, my arms are already on fire today. 2. Last one. Shake it out. Now hinge forward for me. The palms are facing in. Only bringing them down in line with the thighs to shoulder level to the side and lower. Facing down to the mat. Squeeze the rear shoulder blades as you bring those arms up. Slight bend in the elbows. You can do this. Now to be mindful of not allowing the weights to dip you. So if they are, you can go with a lighter set or even go without. Just give it meaning. You're squeezing at the top and lowering. Another 6. 5 more. 4 more. Slow to bring them down. 2 more. Last one. Fry that timer out and lower those weights. Trust me, take that break. Now our following set, this is where our cluster half reps kick in. So our first exercise that we did, well, second technically, lateral raises, the palms are in. It's about a quarter of a rep. It's lift, lower, lift, lower. We perform them very quickly. Again, this is where we get that pump from. So while the first 2 sets are strength, this is like endurance based. Going in 2, going in 1, shoulders away, lift, lower, lift, lower. It's quick, quick. Only a quarter of the way up, but you're going that entire time. So it is a faster pace, and oh my gosh, it's gonna burn. Now every time you feel like giving up, I want you to try to switch to a lighter weight first, or even go without, but try to keep going. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 15 seconds, 15, 14, 13, 11, 9 more. Oh yeah, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, we're hinging forward. Oh, you can shake it out, totally fine. Palms are faced in, again, quarter of a rep, out to the side, lower, 1, 2, 1, 2. I was scared of this one. I know how much these burn, but I also know the benefit you're gonna get from it. So facing straight down towards the mat, 90-degree angle with the body, back stays straight, core is tight, 15, 14, rep it out, 10, 9, 7 more, then we switch to legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ouch. Yes, that burns. All right, so we're switching to our heavier weights now. Our next set of supersets is the quads and the glutes. So if you have a heavier weight, we're gonna place it at the center of the mat. You're gonna grab your secondary weight. That's gonna come to chest center. The heels come up onto the dumbbell, or you could use a block. We come down slow and lift slow. If you don't have that weight, same position on the mat. 1, 2, 3, and lift. We have started. Thinking about working the quad muscle. Knees are parallel. Trying to come down so that your thighs are parallel with the mat. 1, 2, 3, and up. And up. Fabulous job. You've got 20 seconds. 20 seconds to go here. And up. 1, 2, 3, and lift. And lift. Press through those quads. Small bend in the knees at the top. Still face straight ahead. Another 2. 1 more, lift all the way up. Come off that dumbbell. Grab a hold of it for me. Feet are in line with the hips. Weights don't touch the thighs. 1, 2, 3, and up. And up, still facing ahead. Chest is lifted and proud. Are you excited yet? I'll be honest, picking up that weight was tricky after those pulses with the shoulders, but we started off with the shoulders. Personally, I think that's the hardest one for arms we've got. Another 5. Another 4. Then it's into glutes. And of course you get a break. Last one. 1 more raise, and you can lower those weights to the side. So we will be using one weight for this next set into our sumo squats. The weight will be at center, so you can place it right there. Feet are wide, slightly turned outward to about 45 degrees, trying to keep the torso upright and facing ahead throughout. It's down and lift through the glutes. Going in 8 seconds. Whew. Felt those two. Going in 2, in 1. Facing ahead, grab a hold of that weight, lift through the glutes, slowly lower. 1, 2, 3, and raise. And raise, the knees are wide, out to the side. And we've got some Cossack lunges today, so you'll be learning something new if you haven't done those yet, which also work into the inner and outer thighs. 15 seconds. Just focus. Think about where you're burning. Squeezing those glutes for me. Another 3 and 2. Last one. Now come up to center. Turn the feet to face forward. Weight comes to the chest center. Feet a little bit wider to the left. Now rotate the foot up and out. Back to center. Over to the right. Rotate the foot up and out. Cossack lunge. You're trying to come down nice and low here. Bending through the knee. Bending through the hip. Feel that fire. Feel your own power come through. Even if it's a rough day, you can do this. It's going to make the day better. You know that. Another 4 and 3. Transferring that weight from side to side. Last one. And back to center. Great job. 30-second rest. We've got our half rep clusters. Then it's down to the mat into our chest circuits. All right. So that weight can come to center. We're starting with those heel elevated. Only using the one weight this time. So body weight only half reps. Hands come forward. We come down. Thighs parallel with the mat. Quarter of a rep. Quarter of a rep. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Hands in front, facing ahead. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice and quick. Quick. Back is straight. Core is tight. Have fun with it. I love these personally, but when I started doing them, absolutely loathed them. Usually, the exercises you try to avoid are the ones you just need practice in. So this might be one of them for you. That or you really like it. Another 14, 13, 12. Feel that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come to standing. Grab a hold of that weight. You can turn back into that sumo squat position. Feet nice and wide, all the way lower, halfway up. Halfway up. If you're not sure about your range of motion, try filming yourself or watching a mirror. For lunges, I used to always watch the mirror to see where my knees were. Knees staying behind those toes, tracking over the middle toe. 13 seconds. Then it's down to the mat. Another 4, 3, 2, last one, and lift it up. All right, those heavier weights can go over to the side for now. I'll be going with my 15s here. And we've got a diamond press to start. So you can go with one weight or 2, depending on your preference for intensity. And that weight is coming to center. The feet are at neutral. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, elbows tucked towards the waist, and back up. In 2, in 1. Slowly down, and back up towards the ceiling. Enjoy this part. I feel like this is the break in the middle of the workout. 1, 2, 3, and press. Remembering to breathe throughout. And I'll tell you what, if you're fortunate enough to be in a room with air conditioning that isn't extraordinarily muggy, you've got this. And press. And press. 15 seconds. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take these 5 seconds to go ahead and grab your other weight. The palms are facing the feet, starting from the top, elbows out towards the side, coming down about a quarter of the way from the mat, and press. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Lead with the knuckles. Bending and flexing through the elbows. Chin is tucked to the chest. You've got 25 seconds here. Isn't this so nice? We put in all that work for those first 6 supersets, and how quickly do they go by? And press. And press. Another 4, 3, 2, 1 more lift, 1 more lower, and then you can bring those palms in and lower down. Our next exercise, we're going to do a triceps narrow press, so keeping both of those weights in hand, the palms face in, draw down towards the elbows, and press up towards the ceiling. Keeping a slight bend in those elbows at the top. Going in 14 seconds. Now it does help to have the weights in line with the thighs, and then lift up through the elbows, chest is slightly lifted, and back down if you're using especially heavier weights. Going in 2, in 1. 1, 2, 3, and up. And up, working into the triceps. Chest and triceps here. The back of the arms. Also being mindful to try to keep those weights steady. That one hand isn't coming down a lot sooner than the other. That's another thing that I'll focus on that helps with training. And evening out imbalances. And press. And press. Another 4. Another 3. Another 2. Last one. Now bring it down. Take these 5 seconds to put one weight over to the side. Your single weight can come to center, held horizontally. One hand cups over the other, straighten out at the top. The hands come down to the forehead and press to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, and press. Again, bending through the elbows, extending through the elbows, and the upper arm stays stationary. You've got 25 seconds. Still working triceps here. If you want it halfway, you can switch which hand is over the other, since it will burn them a little bit differently. Going in 4. Going in 3. In 2, you've got 1 more left. Slowly up for 3, 2, 1, and lower down. From here is our cluster set. Enjoy this portion because after this, it's back up to standing and into the hamstrings. But we're starting off with those skull crushers. So now this time, we're gonna come down to the forehead a quarter of the way up. It's 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're coming short of the top of that motion. In 10 seconds, think about that pump. Think about how you're gonna feel by the end of the workout. You're gonna feel stronger. You're gonna have adrenaline, that mood boost. Going in 2, in 1. I want you to lower that weight as far down as you can. Now 1, 2, 1, 2. Amazing. Facing straight up towards the ceiling. Feel that burn. Feel your own power come through. We've got our chest presses to follow. I'll give you 5 seconds to grab that other weight. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. You've got 20 seconds. Just focus. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, 4, 2, on 1. Grab a hold of that other weight. Sorry, I gave you 3 seconds. I lied. Starting from the top. Now lower all the way to the bottom, almost touching the floor. Halfway up, all the way lower. 1, 2, 1, 2. Elbows are wide. Out to the side. Both weights are in line with each other, coming up and coming down. Now speed it up, rep it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. So standing to follow. You can do this. Now I'll be honest with you, my right bicep, I don't know what retake I did for what video, my right bicep is on absolute fire right now. Whew. Another 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. Bring it up and lower those weights down. All right, come up to standing. We're starting off with our single leg deadlifts. So all of your weight should be shifted into the leg that you're balancing on. The other leg steps back. It's down, 2, 3, and raise. Going in 14 seconds. I will be using my heavier weight here. The core is nice and tight. The shoulders are away. The chest is proud. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. Let's go. Down, 2, 3, and raise. Pulling up through the glute and the hamstring. Looking for the stretch in the back of your leg. Right here, guys. You're looking for that stretch, pushing the booty back and away from you, and following your eye gaze forward and back up. 45 seconds per side here. Try to pull all of that weight off of the leg that the heel is up on. All of your weight in your balancing side. Pressing through the heel, lifting the toes just a little bit to get that extra range of motion and up. Another 3. Another 2. Last one, change sides for me, over to the right or whichever side you weren't working. Slowly down, feel that stretch, and lift through that glute and hamstring. Incredible job. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest is still proud and lifted, and you're following where you're going with your eyes. 20 seconds. This is a good set of supersets. I definitely started you off with one of the hardest ones, but using lighter weights. Another 4. Another 3. Weight stays close to the body. 2. Last one, and raise. 30-second rest. Now our next one, you can use your medium or your heavier weights for. We're coming into a narrow deadlift with both weights. We lift up into a calf raise, lower. You'll feel your balance go a little off kilter here. That's okay, that's what we're working on. You're squeezing the calf at the top, so the back of the lower portion of your leg. Core is tight. Squeeze that nice and tight. 3, 2 on 1. Feet are in line with the hips. It's down, 2, 3, lift, and raise to those toes, lower. Take your time here. No rush. Squeeze and down. Hinging forward, raising through the glutes, the heels, the hamstrings, and into that calf raise. Don't rush these. Find that point of tension where you really feel the hamstrings light up, and then raise yourself nice and tall. I want to help you get the best possible results and the best possible burn you can get, mastering your form every step of the way. Last one. Now bring those weights to the side. From here, it's lift, lower, lift, lower. We're gonna add to this. Lift, now squeeze for 3, for 2, stay high. 1, and lower down again. Lift and squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and down. Again. 3, 2, 1, and down. Now come up high. Hold 10, 9 on those toes. 8, 7, feel the calves light up. 4, 3, burn it out. 2, and 1, lower down. Okay, fabulous job. We've got our half rep clusters. So from here, we come into our narrow deadlift. Again, feet in line with the hips, both facing forward. It's down, pulse, 2, and raise. Now, if at any point you feel the lower back start to ache, just come back up, reset for a moment, but it's slowly down, pulse for 2, and back up. Going in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Follow that eye gaze forward. 1, 2, 3, and raise. Weights as close to the thighs and shins as you can get them. It's not a reach for the floor, okay? If you can only come down to the knees, stay right there. You're stopping where that hip rotation ends. If it's to the shins, great. If it's to the ankles, great. Everyone's a little bit different. You're looking for the stretch in the back of your hamstring. Pulse, 2 and up. 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and raise. Let's get 2 more in there. And raise. Last one. 2, 3, and up. Now come up to standing, nice and tall. Weights are at the side, or they're on the shoulders. Lift up onto those toes. It's halfway. Halfway. For 10, 9. Hear that ankle pop? 7. That's because of my flat feet. 5, 4, 3. Something with the joint there that's a little bit different. 1. Now hold it high. Alternate to the right and raise. To the left and raise. And raise. And raise. For 8. Speed it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more on either side. Lift it up and lower down. All right, everyone, we have officially made it to the second part of our workout, which is simply 2 exercises with a weight, and then the rest are body weight only. A little bit of abs right at the end. Okay, so I will be switching our timer. Take this moment to grab some water, subscribe, like the video. Really, really helps me out. And it's a good confidence boost for me. You know, you put so much time into one thing. All right, move all the other weights over to the side. Our timer will now be set for 45 seconds on with a 15-second rest. And I've already got it set up. So we're coming into a glute position. Now we're starting off with a full range, then we've got a half range motion, just a different timer setup. So your heavier weight can come onto the hip bones, onto your back. Feet are flat in neutral. We're coming up into a glute bridge and lowering, full range of motion. Going in 3, going in 2, going in 1. All right, our timer is started. It's lift, squeeze the glutes, all the way lower to the mat. Lift, squeeze, lower. Tucking the hip bones forward. Hip bones curl towards the chin. Facing straight ahead. Feeling that burn. You get a 15-second rest between each of these exercises now. Think about squeezing those glutes. And lower, coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae, knowing that after this you've only got 5 minutes left to go. I think those supersets went by insanely fast. Another 3 and 2. Last 1. Now if you want for that rest, you can hold it nice and high. Otherwise, you can come on down. This time we go from the top to a halfway lower. It's much quicker, very much like a pulse. Going in 4, start from the top, 2, 1. It's halfway down, lift, lift. Press through the heels if you can. Lift those toes up for me. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's our last weighted up exercise. To follow, we have 4 more core moves. Abs finisher today. Lift, lower, and you got away with no lunges. You're welcome. Lift, lower, 15 seconds. Another 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, hold it high, burn it out, and lower on down. Okay, that weight can come over to the side. I was about to sing you the Can song. Okay, now from here, we're staying in that same position. The arms are actually gonna cross over, opposite hand, opposite shoulder, full sit up, and all the way lower. All the way lower. If you need to, halfway up, that's okay. I want you to try for that full range. If you need to make this a little bit easier, bring the hands behind, use that momentum to come up. The hands across will make this significantly more challenging. Lift and down. Feet are staying flat throughout. 15 seconds. This feels really good. That first set of supersets had me on fire, okay? And to be honest with you, today is day 2 of my monthly, and this was very hard to show up for. All right, last one. Come up to halfway if you want to work through that rest. Core is tight. You'll just hold here at your biting point. You know what that means, where you're not gonna roll back, but it still burns. Going in 3, half crunches, 2, and 1. Start from the bottom, halfway, and lower. Halfway, and lower. We're gonna finish this off with the lower ab section. But I wanted to make sure you're all activated first. The core is nice and awake. Lift and lower. Squeeze and lower. Remember to breathe and keeping the feet flat. If you need to, stick them under a couch cushion or under a heavier dumbbell right through that center point. That also helps keep them in place. This takes time to build too, the core. We're all stronger in different areas. Lift and lower. Another 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, incredible job. Now we're gonna come all the way down to our back. Those hands are gonna come into a diamond shape below the tailbone. This is to help support the lower back. Squeeze the core tight. Let's start from the top. The toes are all the way up. And we lower all the way down with both and raise all the way up. Beginners, one leg at a time and raise. One leg at a time and raise. Chin is tucked to the chest. Keeping the back flat against the mat and raise. So I got this new mat because a lot of mine kept chopping up and pieces of them were all over the floor. But the only thing I don't like about this one is it's all rubber, so it gets marked up very quickly. And for someone that consistently films workouts, I'm not sure if this one's gonna stick around. All right, keep going. Another 3, as low as you can. Squeeze those lower abs. 2 more. Last one. For that rest, you can either hold right here or hold halfway or hold all the way down. I think you know what's coming. It's halfway and lower. Going in 4, 3. Oh, the cramps won't let it happen today. 1, extend. It's lift, lower, lift, lower. Woo! Okay, so I don't know about you, but I pushed at my max today. I really hope you gave it your all and feel good about it. And even if it wasn't your all and you showed up, that means a lot too. Trust me on that. The days that are the most challenging to show up for are the ones you really should be there. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Another 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Come on, you've got this. Don't give up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring it up and lower it on down. Wow. Okay, quickly stretch those arms out overhead. I'm gonna show you a new stretch for shoulders that I learned. So I actually thought this one might be really helpful for some of you. Okay, so if you ever get, the knots that happen right behind the shoulder blades? So you take your hands, place them in front, one hand cups over the other hand. So opposite direction of the hands. Then from here, you lean forward and it'll help you stretch that muscle out over to the right, over to the left. And then same thing, you can switch it. Switch the direction, over to the right, you're leaning forward, over to the left, even to the center. I know for me personally, and it's probably stress-induced, yeah, anxious personality here. I always get knots in the back of my shoulder, and no matter what I do to stretch, of course we do these and the other one. This has been hugely helpful, so hopefully that helps for you. And of course you do have your cool down video below. I owe you guys a new cool down to do and a new stretch video. I will work on that. Until then, we do have more coming through next week. And of course, I've got all of that information in the last portion of this video today. And yeah, be sure to like the video for me, subscribe if you haven't already, let me know if you had a good time and whether or not we're synced today. See you guys. Thanks for joining me for the workout today, everyone. Now, I do want to leave you with a quick reminder to celebrate the work that you put in here today, because no matter how many reps you were able to get in, or what size weights you were able to use, or how many breaks you might have needed to take throughout it, these things will never compare to the consistency and the dedication that it takes to actually show up for yourself on those good days and the days that are a complete struggle. I promise we all have them. Now, smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel for a new workout every week. Don't forget to grab your free October fitness guide from the links below. Within this calendar, you'll be getting 5 workouts a week and a brand new one every Wednesday, and every new upload this month will feature a variation repeat or cluster set to help you with progressive overload and lean muscle development. Now next Wednesday, be sure to turn your notifications on because I will be bringing you a new lower body strength, jump, and swing combo. I certainly don't want you to miss this one, and I can't wait to share it with you. All right, everyone, have an amazing day.